Let's start with KD and the Nets. They took sole possession of first place in the East after their win over the Cavs. KD went for 27, 9, and 6. Perk, is this the team to beat in the East even without Kyrie?
No, Max is not. And it's sad because KD is playing some of the best basketball of his career right now. But my concern are the others, like James Harden. He hasn't came along yet, hasn't had his consistent play of the MVP type James Harden that we know.
All right, out west, the Suns beat the Spurs for their 13th straight win. They're only a game behind the Warriors for the best record in the conference. Where do you rank Phoenix in the West, Perk?
Right where they are. I mean, they're 1B, 1A to the Golden State Warriors, and we've been disrespecting the Phoenix Suns. This is the same exact team that went to the finals last year and added some pieces. So when I look at the way that they're playing, this team could possibly go back to the championship this season.
All right, finally, the league handed LeBron James a one-game suspension for, quote, recklessly hitting Pistons big man Isaiah Stewart in the face after a free throw in Sunday's game, and banned Stewart for 2 games for, quote, escalating an on-court altercation by repeatedly and aggressively pursuing, end quote, LeBron. The King will sit out against the Knicks tonight. You know, Perk, if I'm calling the shots, whatever LeBron gets, Stewart has to get one less. LeBron had his elbow up, missed the elbow when he turned around. Play was over. Ball went through the net. Hit him with a hammer fist. Busted open his eye. Don't tell me malice in the palace. That was going into the stands. No one went into the stands here. Of course he wanted to get at LeBron. He made no contact with anyone from the other team. You want to give LeBron 1, fine. Then Stewart gets none. Or if you want to give Stewart 1, give LeBron 2. Where are you on this?
Oh, Max, stop it. You doing just like everybody else right now. Look, the thing is, Isaiah Stewart is a guy that loves to mix it up in the trenches. I was a guy that loved to mix it up in the trenches. Every now and then, I was shooting elbows. Guess what? I'm going to get hit with an elbow. If you're a guy that's down there and that is an enforcer, a player that's going to mix it up, you're going to get hit. Here's the thing. LeBron James, after the incident, he was cool. Isaiah Stewart, you can't do that. And here's the thing about suspensions that people need to realize, Max. The thing about suspensions is they look at your history as a player, right, when they handing these suspensions down. So they'll go back and say, is this guy has a history of doing this? And LeBron James don't. He has never been known as a dirty player. But when Isaiah Stewart, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you this, Max. They probably both wouldn't have got suspended if Isaiah Stewart wouldn't have caused the scene that he caused running over coaches.
Perk, of course LeBron was cool. He didn't have the eye jammy blood everywhere. They'd have stopped the fight if it was a boxing match. I know that. Look, of course, and to say, well, he's an enforcer, this and that. Perk, the ball had gone through the net. LeBron had his arm up like this because he didn't like the pushback. It wasn't like they were on the low blocks in the middle of a play. He whips it around. He's trying to catch him with an elbow. I'm not saying he's trying to bloody up his eye. But that's an unintended consequence. But if you get hit with a fist in the face when someone's being slick and your eye is bleeding everywhere, you're going to want to get at him. He's allowed to want to get at him.
Yeah, Max, can I ask you a question, though? They were shooting free throws. A team was shooting free throws. I think the Pistons was shooting free throws when this happened, right? Can I ask you why was Isaiah Stewart tangled with LeBron James and not tangled with the guy that was on the lower block? That's the guy you're supposed to be banging with. So tell me why Isaiah Stewart initiated contact with LeBron James when he was supposed to be initiating contact with the big fella who was trying to box him out on the lower block.
I'll tell you why. Because if I'm coaching a team, I want to do everything I can to wear out LeBron James. Make it physical. Make him work. Why not? You deserve to get a fist in the face for that? I mean, Perk, you know how there's a way to do things with plausible deniability, like, hey, I wasn't trying. And I'm not saying LeBron is not a dirty player. And I don't think he wanted to bust him in the eye. But he whipped around like, hey, if your face happens to be there, and his face happened to be there, and Isaiah Stewart wanted to get back at him, I'm not suspending him for that. All right. Kendrick Perkins. See, Kendrick Perkins, the enforcer, that would have happened to you. I'd have had your back. You're selling yourself out. I have your back. Thanks, Perk.
Appreciate you, Max.
30-year-old Franco is going to be a Ray for a long time.
For the win. Kick is up. It is good. The Vikings get a walk-off field goal. Touchdown number 5 for Jonathan Taylor.
They all were my favorite.
Holla at the kid if you want it, you can get it. Hate it, sweat it, I be flexing. I'm just riding around my city, bank account and chair model. Sitting pretty, I just had to let them know. I'm unforgettable.
Caught by Chase. That could be coffin nail. Touchdown! Kansas City. The Chiefs defense stifling this best NFL offense.
I knew we were never broken as a team.
Wow, was that easy for Tampa Bay?
This was the unit that carried this team to the Super Bowl title.
Good win for our team. Obviously, losing 2 straight really sucks in the NFL. Glad it's not 3 straight.
After each weekend's games, I like to cop an NFL jersey. I mean, look at this closet. Got 3 Lamars in there. Kyler Murray, Micah Parsons, which is not pictured there. Strictly Ballers in my closet. So who are we repping after Week 11? Diana, whose jersey are you buying after their Week 11 performance?
Well, his jersey could probably fit me because he's not that big of a guy. At 5'10", 226 pounds. He's a little heavier than me. Jonathan Taylor, the Colts running back with 5 touchdowns, 204 yards of the Colts 370 when they absolutely dismantled the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. He is my lead candidate for MVP. Not just because he's incredible, but I just love the fact that he wasn't even a first rounder. We're talking about a second rounder in his second year doing all this damage. He's the best running back in football.
Look at Diana, and that 28 looks good on you, Diana. Okay. Jeff, how about you? Who you got?
Diana, I was with you too. I love some Jonathan Taylor, the way he's playing. I'm going to go another running back, Austin Eckler, with the Los Angeles Chargers. Listen, this guy has become a vital key to their passing game. And red zone touches, he has gone up and I think he had 4 touches inside the 20-yard line that were all touchdowns. This is the guy they want to feed. He has a nose for the end zone. He does a fantastic job. And again, he's kind of becoming that outlet for Justin Herbert. When he's concerned, something's coming, a blitz is coming, he knows if he drops it in his hands, he will make people miss. Very rarely do you ever see the first guy hitting Austin Eckler, taking him down. 4 touchdowns last weekend. Look at that.
You stand in
that's my
outstanding shape. Outstanding shape in your retirement. Dan, who you got?
I at this time of the season, been on the road for a couple months. I need a jersey that's got a little more room in it, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to go with Chris Jones, defensive tackle from the Kansas City Chiefs. This guy, I had to put the helmet on. That's good. This guy has 3.5. This is the central reason why the last couple days the question has been, are you worried about the Dallas Cowboys? Because Chris Jones, a couple weeks ago, they got Melvin Ingram. They moved Chris Jones back from defensive end to defensive tackle, where he is a destroyer of planets and a sacker of quarterbacks.
Yes.
And he showed it on Sunday. He's a dominating force inside. That's why he makes all the money he makes, and it's a big part of the reason why the Chiefs' defense is on a roll.
I mean, I was going to take Jonathan Taylor until Diana did, and I was going to take him anyway. I mean, 5 TDs. All right, Diana, you win. Like, no one's going to get it better. But you know who's not getting enough love? I got to use this right now to give him Justin Herbert. I mean, you took a dude from his team. Justin Herbert might be the best quarterback in football. I mean, he might be. Guys, he's like, to me, I want Mahomes if I'm starting a franchise, and then Herbert right on his heels. Justin Herbert's so good, and he did it again. You know, he's second in the league in QBR, right behind Stafford. The dude can run, he can throw, he's accurate, he can lead. I thought it was impossible to get better than he was last year behind no offensive line, always under pressure. He's better. Look at his most fourth quarter comebacks. Look at his QBR on 3rd down in the 4th quarter. He's unbelievable. This guy, if he doesn't get hurt, this guy's going to the Hall of Fame. Justin Herbert, and no one's talking about him somehow. All right. Excellent choices all around. I think we have to give it to Diana.
Yeah,
right,
5 touchdowns. Diana, ladies first, she chose. She crushed us.
She got it. Thank you, guys. We're going to cross over to the NBA.
Ladies first and ladies.
And no, see, Diana should have finished it. And go with a little give and go with NBA champion.